It is an incredibly emotional scene out here in Dayton's Oregon district as hundreds come by to pay their respects to all 9 of those victims. Police say 2 men were shot here in Bond Hill. One of them has died. The other was taken to UC Medical with an injury to his foot. Police are asking for your help finding 6-year-old Malaya Cisco. These are brand new pictures of her just into our newsroom. It is the unknowns that make firefighting such a dangerous line of work. All of the homeless people living here have until next Wednesday to clear out. Good evening, I'm Kristen Swilley. Our top story tonight, a tragic accident takes the life of an 11-year-old boy in Boone County. They took their fight to Judge Patrick Dinkelacker's doorstep, and for the first time tonight, he is responding. They pushed for years to get car manufacturers to add backup cameras just like this one. But he says the decorations aren't intrusive, and a discovery he made this morning has him even more upset. Well, as you can see, I have to wear a mask, and that's because of all of the plastic and rubber that was burning inside of this space.
New at 11, we are hearing from those who knew the alleged shooter's sister, Megan Betts. A vigil was held in her hometown of Bellbrook tonight. 9 on your side's Kristen Swilley is live right now with how the 22-year-old is being remembered. Kristen? Well,
Craig, it is an incredibly emotional scene out here in Dayton's Oregon district as hundreds come by to pay their respects to all 9 of those victims and those who knew Megan Betts. Her death is really hitting her hometown of Bellbrook especially hard, and the idea that, of course, police say her brother allegedly carried out this mass shooting is leaving that community brokenhearted.
Megan was the brightest person in the room, no matter where she was.
This is how those who knew Megan Betts choose to remember her. A beacon of light that made friends everywhere she went.
Like, she just completely took me under her wing.
But those memories are now all they have left. Police say her brother Connor Betts shot and killed her and 8 others in front of this Dayton bar.
I spent all day Sunday with the family. I can't describe, how they're feeling.
Here in Bellbrook, more than 100 gathered to mourn all 9 victims and come to terms with how 2 of their own became the center of a national tragedy.
Oh my God, this can't be happening. Like, she was so nice to me, so we were so close.
Betts was in the color guard and band in high school. She was well liked by her peers.
The class of 2015 definitely lost a friend when we lost Megan.
But she also befriended underclassmen. Olivia Keller was in 8th grade when she met Betts.
She would show up at rehearsals, and she was there for me at shows with her, and it was fantastic.
And though this is a dark time, friends say her light lives on.
She was really, like, the best kind of person.
Now, none of those friends we spoke to tonight knew Connor Betts well. Police have yet to release a motive. Reporting live in Dayton's Oregon district this evening, Kristen Swilley, 9 on your side. It can take years for someone to get into the Housing Choice Voucher or Section 8 program, and we learned finding a place can be very difficult if you have special circumstances.
Oh, this is scary. It's not right.
Kim Dillard is the great niece of 99-year-old Mary Frances Page.
You know, imagine being that old and being uprooted at that age.
Page is bedridden and for the past 15 years has called this West End apartment home. But this building will soon be leveled, and the clock is ticking for everyone who remains in these buildings on Wade Street and Central Avenue.
I have to find something fast, like immediately.
Crystal Lane has 4 children. She says she struggled to find a place with 3 bedrooms on the Housing Choice Voucher program.
I've even went Butler County, like looking, and they have the same issues going on. Housing is very limited.
These tenants first learned they'd have to move in February. After FC Cincinnati bought their buildings, they extended the deadline. Still, they're running out of time to find a place that can work. We discover the time it's taking them isn't unusual.
We want to be around where we feel safe, where we feel like it's home.
Leslie Wardlow with Cincinnati Metropolitan Housing Authority says the demand for affordable housing currently far outweighs availability. CMHA opened up the wait list in September.
During that period, we had 13,400 people apply. There are only 6,500 slots that will be filled for the wait list.
And that's just the wait list. Applicants also have to interview to qualify for vouchers.
We would have people on the wait list from 5, 10 years. But now that we cut the amount of people down, we get through the process a lot faster.
Thousands of people get vouchers, still landlords have to agree to accept them.
We all know the need is high. We all have to work together to make that change. So, you know, build more units or accept more people.
Seven Hills Neighborhood Houses fights to save affordable housing in and out of the voucher program.
We're trying to go about this proactively and not reactively.
Tia Brown, Community Engagement Director, works in the West End to make sure housing exists and fights to secure more before it's too late.
We don't want to say, here's all this vacancy, here's all these empty houses, and now market rate comes in, and then there's nothing left for affordable.
But with development rolling in, Seven Hills is also racing against the clock.
It's here. It's not that it's coming, it's here, and it's going to continue.
I truly didn't think we would still be here looking for housing.
For Dillard and Lane, it's a search that expands by the day as time runs out.
Expect anything, your hands ready.
It's homecoming night at Taft High School.
Yeah, game time, baby.
And the team is leaving it all on the field.
Play for one another. Play for one another. Your last one.
But this time, it's not just the seniors saying goodbye.
And it means everything to the boys and to the parents and to the fans.
It's emotional. You know, I've been here, this is my 11th year here.
Long after the lights die down and the bleachers clear, a legacy remains.
I think it's an awesome tribute to Dad. The whole family was just so excited when the Taft alumni suggested that the stadium, Taft Stadium, be named Willard Stargell.
Jason Stargell is the youngest of Willard Stargell's 5 children.
It just allows us to realize Dad had an impact.
Willard Stargell was a longtime coach here at Taft and former UC football star, 2 parts of his life that were sources of great pride and reminders of racial prejudice.
He said it's important that we be better so that we can't be judged inadequate.
When UC's football team was invited to play Virginia Tech in the 1947 Sun Bowl in Texas, it came with a contingency. Stargell couldn't come because he was black.
It hurt Pops, I think, a little when UC decided to go to the bowl game and leave him home.
Jason Stargell says his dad was never bitter. Instead, he devoted his life to the students here at Taft.
He was an educator, you know, and it wasn't just about you know, the sciences or physical ed. You know, Dad was an educator about life.
He was beloved, but never offered the top job. That title went to a white coach.
I wasn't even aware of the fact that Dad wasn't the head coach until well into my adult years. But he didn't speak much about anything that tried to hold him down.
A legacy solidified with his namesake stadium, built in 2004.
Stay away, please. I'm considering somewhere for a soccer is on, because it's not right here.
Which is part of why people were so upset.
Once that property is paid for, the land, it's a wrap.
When they first learned FC Cincinnati's new multi-million-dollar soccer stadium would replace Stargell Stadium, Monica Williams is moving out too.
They're letting me stay just to fulfill my catering orders till, you know, end of November, and then I'm out.
Her business is feet from Taft High School and will move out to make room for the new stadium's construction. She leases the space and says she was offered $20,000 to move.
It's not even a food truck. It gets me maybe 30 days to pay some bills and recoup and find out where I'm going to go work.
FC leadership says they're working with Williams and others about how to move forward.
We respect the fact that change has not always been good in the West End and other parts of our community.
But, he says, they're trying to retain the neighborhood's character and complexion.
Genuinely, we want to be about improving the future.
Jason Stargell is pro FC Cincinnati. He's a soccer enthusiast who also wants to protect his father's legacy. He's optimistic about what's to come and what he hopes will remain.
Things that have always seemed to work out well for Pops and for the family, and just doing the right thing seems to always be fruitful. So we hope, we keep our fingers crossed.